There we go. We're live. We're live. Welcome, everybody. I am excited today to share with you a little behind the scenes story. I guess you could say I'm just kind of telling you my story of what I did over the weekend. For some reason, for me, Saturdays and sometimes Sundays are great creative times. They're great times for me to create a course. And so, excuse me, over the weekend, I created a brand new, I would call it more of an information product. So, an information product is something anybody can do. I want to give you encouragement today by showing you what I've been doing with this new information product and also let you know that you can do this and anybody can do this. And I'm not just hyping anything, I'm telling you, you can do this. The reason I know you can do this is you've already done it. Okay. You've already created information products. When you were in junior high or middle school or high school or college or university, whatever schooling you've ever had, you've already created an information product. Okay. An information product in school was more likely an essay that you wrote based on research that you did, compiled all this information, put it into an essay or a report or a paper or a thesis or any one of those things, right? That's an information product. Now, going back as far as I go back, I started my online marketing journey back in 1998. And by the way, one course changed my life. And this was a course all about digital marketing. And it was one of the first really respectable courses about digital marketing. And I poured through that course and I just dug in, very similar to how you're digging into your training right now. And I got so excited about creating an information product, a digital product, right? So I wrote an ebook back then, and the ebook was titled Beyond eBay. It was about a cool little strategy I discovered. And this ebook, I was able to get it to make about 3,000 a month in passive income. And the main thing I want to get across to you is all I did was I took a strategy that I had discovered myself and I put it into the form of an ebook. Now, the only reason we used ebooks then was because video was not easily deliverable back then. You know, it wasn't until 2005 that YouTube came along. And prior to that, it was a little hard to deliver video online. So we did ebooks. All of us digital marketers from back then, we sold ebooks. If we didn't sell ebooks, we sold software. And that was a lot harder to do, right? So all that to say that my very first info product was an ebook. Now, you, as I said a bit ago, you've already created info products pretty much most of your life. If you've ever written a report, that was an information product. If you've written a thesis, a paper, a term paper, anything like that, what you did was you gathered research, you researched all these different sources, you brought it together and you put it into your own format, your own way of explaining all that research. Guess what? That's an information product. And you can do it because you've already done it. Okay. So, so I want to give you that encouragement that you can do it because you've already done it. This is not this is not news for you. This is not something brand new. You can create an information product. So over the weekend, I created this info product and it's super short. It's a very short, probably 50 minutes, maybe an hour long of video. It's really, really short. Here's the gist of my info product. I discovered a way to for people to earn cryptocurrency doing a type of mining of cryptocurrency. Now, you don't have to know all the details of this. I'm just kind of laying the groundwork. A very simple way to mine cryptocurrency daily, and then to turn each of the coins that you earn from this mining into $100 of value. Okay, so I found a cool strategy, right? Now, is this my strategy? No. Do I have, years of experience in cryptocurrency? No. Well, investing, yes, but not, being a cryptocurrency expert per se. Um, all I did was I gathered this information that I discovered online. I answered about 7 questions. That's why this course is short, right? 7 questions. If you know my question format, my question framework for creating a course. And one of the questions was even, what is cryptocurrency, for people who don't even know what that is yet, right? Totally fine. And I did that, put that together in a format, created a PowerPoint over the weekend. And over the weekend, I also recorded that PowerPoint. Anyone can do this. You can gather information, you can research information about a particular topic, just like you did in school. But instead of putting it in term paper form or, in text, we're just turning it into PowerPoint slides or slide presentations and then presenting them, or I should say narrating, really narrating what you've discovered. That's an information product. Now, why did I create this information product? Because this is a key point. Well, I'm partnered with a friend of mine who he and I have brought a lot of like latest, greatest, coolest, newest strategies to the market. Okay. We're scouring the internet daily. We're looking for hot new strategies around digital marketing, or in this case, where we found a cool way to make some money. But pretty much everything that I've taught has been about how to make money online, different ways to make money online, right? And so because we're always scouring the internet, trying to find like the hottest, newest thing, we often do find these hot new things. And then he happens to have a great name in this particular community of people who are looking for that hot new strategy, the hot new digital marketing strategy, a great way to get traffic to something, a great way to pay less money for ads and things like that. And so as we do that, we find these products or these ideas for products, and we think, man, this would be a great product. He happens to know that community better than I do. Even though I started off in that community, he's like a master expert and really well known in that community. And so therefore, we end up partnering up often in this way. Our last course or info product that we sold into this community did $50,000 in the first 2 weeks. Okay, so we have kind of a proven system, a proven method. So anyway, as we got together on this, he said, yes, this sounds like it would be a great product. I know that the people in this community would love it. I know they'll eat this up. So we agreed to say yes to do this. And we now are building out the affiliate army, a bunch of affiliates that will be marketing this product as well in exchange for commission and so on. But the bottom line is, it's an idea that I found on the internet. And then I took that idea and I morphed it into my way of teaching it, using my words, using the research that I did, yes, and a little bit of some screenshots that I used, and put it into a PowerPoint. And now this base product, this base info product, along with 2 or 3 upsells, which are 2 or 3 additional products that we're adding that they can buy, is going to result in a campaign. And I'll report to you when we make the sales. I'll report to you how well it did and everything. So I'm not going to predict what it's going to do or whatnot, except to say that we know that there's a high likelihood we can do about 1,000 sales. And so the point that I want to get across to you is all I did. Let's retrace those steps. Found something cool on the internet. You could do that, right? Found something cool. Wrote down the questions that people would have about this topic, created PowerPoint slides for each of these questions. And by the way, there was only 7 questions, short number of questions, because it's a very simple topic. It doesn't require a lot of teaching, right? Created a PowerPoint, and then on Saturday, recorded the PowerPoints. That took me a maximum time of 2 hours. And the key to this whole thing is I already know there's a market for this topic. Okay. So the key for you should be, you should already know there's a market for this topic. You should already know that the people are excited about learning this, right? And by the way, if you've seen some of my other training, you know there's a market for just about every topic out there. And that's it. The main thing I want to get across to you today is you can do this. An information product is different from an online course in that with an info product, you're gathering and you're researching and you're putting together information from different sources in making it your own, presenting it your way, putting it into PowerPoint form, emphasizing the things that you feel good about emphasizing, de-emphasizing the things that aren't important to you, recording that as an information product versus an online course. An online course comes from your real world experience, your training, your skills. If you have credentials in something, or even if you don't, you just have a lot of experience in something. An online course comes from a level of experience. An info product comes from research. So my point to you today is anyone can create an information product because you probably already have at school. No matter what level of school you got to, you created information products. I want to share really quick my very first information product, okay? My very first information product that I sold. And I've shared this story before, but I want to share it with you today here because I want you to get the message here. And that is my first info product was a comic book that my friend and I created. We came up with these ideas. Think Mad Magazine, okay? Think Mad Magazine. We created this comic book kind of, I'm not proud to say this, but kind of making fun of our friends at school, putting them in weird or funny or odd situations in the comic book. Well, because it was about our friends, they had to buy the comic book. They wanted to buy the comic book to see what we were saying about them. Okay. And it was all in fun. It was tongue in cheek and everything, but they kind of got a kick out of seeing themselves portrayed in a comic book. Now, all we did with this comic book was we created it. We created the cover, the back cover, the insides. You know, sometimes those are called zines, like magazines, but homemade, DIY. And then we just photocopied them, stapled them, and sold them to our friends. And then we got the bright idea of creating audio to go with the comic books. So we would record these scenarios in audio format, complete with sound effects and all this stuff. And we would sell the cassette with the comic book. I forget how much we charged. I think it was $5 or $10. Okay, but we sold a bunch of these to our friends. And this is in high school. I know this is not, you know, $1 million business or anything like that. But here's what I want you to understand is in high school, I realized, you know what? This is something that came out of my brain. I put it onto paper. I'm not even a great artist or anything. Okay. I drew stuff, made a comic book, made it into physical form, and then sold it. It was the first time I realized, wow, I could take something from my brain and sell it. And that was something that led to me realizing years later that I could sell what I have in my brain for a lot of money over time, right? And so when you sell your very first course, you're going to get that aha moment. You're going to get that excitement. You're going to go, wow, I actually like, there's something in my brain, I'm able to sell it, or something in your life experience, or some problem that you've solved, right? Or that dot, you found the dot and you can sell that, right? These are so important. These breakthroughs and these understandings are so important because when you get that shift in your mind, you're like, game on, let's do this. I can do it, right? So I hope that today helped you and gave you a little bit of insight into the difference between an information product and an online course. Online course comes from your real world experience. An information product can be researched about any topic. This should open the world to you to know, wow, now that I have this superpower of knowing how to create a course, which we teach you here, right, at Mastermind, now that I have this superpower, I can create an info product about anything. And it's true, you can. So take that and run with it. I know you'll do great with it. I'm excited to hear your success stories and to see how things go for you as you continue on your mastermind journey.